Okay, it's week 2 of EFL League One. Just going to quickly run through my predictions for this week's games. Kicking us off, Port Vale versus Cardiff. Port Vale, they lost away at Rotherham last week. I thought they might get something there, but wasn't to be. Cardiff had a good start at home to Peterborough. I think there should be quite a big difference in class between these two teams, so I'm going to go for a 3-1 away win. Moving on to Peterborough versus Luton. Peterborough, like I said, they lost at Cardiff. Tough start for them. Luton, unconvincing 1-0 home win against Wimbledon. I watched that game and it was absolutely terrible. I think there was only like one shot on target. But I do fancy Peterborough, both teams to score. And I will predict Luton to win. So I'm going for a 2-1 away win. Reading take on Huddersfield. Reading got off to a poor start at Lincoln last week. Huddersfield got off to a flyer with a 3-0 home win against Leyton Orient. And I think they're in for a really good season. So I'm going to predict them to win again. So I'm going for a 2-0 away win. AFC Wimbledon take on Lincoln. Like I said, the Wimbledon game at Luton was absolutely terrible. I think they didn't let a lot of goals in last year. I think they will be trying to do the same this year, and yeah, I can't see many goals in their game, so I think they'll nick a 1-0 win against Lincoln. Barnsley take on Burton Albion. Both teams got off to a good start, winning last week. Barnes obviously impressive away win at Plymouth. Their home form last year wasn't the best. It really let them down, so they're going to have to be a lot better at home this year. I think Burton are in for a tough season. So yeah, I think Barnsley will get off to a home flyer, hopefully settle the home fans a little bit, put some confidence in them. So I'm going to go for a 4-1 home win. Bolton take on Plymouth. Two teams I think will do well this year. Both teams got off to a losing start last week, so they'll be disappointed with that. I think they will match each other this weekend though, so I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Exeter take on Blackpool. Another two teams that got off to losing starts last week. I do think Exeter are in for a tough year, so I'm going to go for a 2-0 away win to Blackpool. Leyton Orient take on Wigan. Leyton Orient obviously with a tough start at Huddersfield, lost 3-0. Wigan got off to a good start with a win over Northampton. I think there are quite a few people's dark horses this year, but I do fancy Leyton Orient to have a good season, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 home win. Mansfield take on Doncaster. I think I predicted Mansfield to get relegated. I think Doncaster will be just about okay. But yeah, I'm going to go for a draw in this one. So I'm going for 1-1. Northampton take on Bradford. Northampton, like I said, they lost at Wigan last week. Bradford with a really impressive start. A good home win against a decent Wycombe side. But yeah, on their first away travels in League One for a while, I think they'll get a draw. So I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Stevenage take on Rotherham. Stevenage, really impressive win at Blackpool. I think a lot of their fans are quite confident this year. Not sure what to expect from Rotherham. They were really poor by their standards last year. But I'm going to go for a Stevenage 2-1 home win. And finally, Wycombe take on Stockport. Stockport got off to a really good start with a home win against Bolton. Did watch that one. I think Bolton did have some chances, but Stockport got there in the end, got the job done. But I think Wycombe are going to bounce back after their opening day defeat at Bradford. So I've gone for a 1-0 home win. And that's my predictions for this week.